Me, I am a memoir. I said a memoir. We're going deep. We're going down too deep into the regular verse. Oh yeah, the regular verse. Regular.
Hello, Emily. We are back for what might be one final time.
Yes.
In at least the musical area of the Regularverse.
Yes, the musical corner of the Regularverse.
Yeah, there's a few more corners, alleyways, dark, scary moments where there's some movies, some anacondas, some moose knuckles.
So many moose knuckles.
But we have miraculously made it to the end of her discography.
Oh my God.
And we managed to put together whole albums.
Yes.
One each.
Yeah.
Of decent Jen songs that we would actually want to hear again.
Yeah, in a row.
In a row.
I created a concert.
You did, that you liked.
Yeah.
It was wild.
I was prepared to perform it myself. In fact, I think you're going to make me do that at some
That's
point.
the next visit. I am looking forward to that performance. Because you came to my show about a month ago and you saw... I came out with costumes
Many
and Cheryl Lee
costumes.
Ralph and dancing.
And Jennifer Lopez.
And J-Lo. And they were dancers.
And Gwen
you were
Stefani.
like, I think I need
And
to
your
do
own
that.
songs.
Yes, my own songs. But Disco Shady.
Yeah.
And you thought, I need to do this as J-Lo.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to that very much.
The regular experience.
I would die if that's your... you've moved away from stand-up. You're writing for a few years. And then it's like... It's time.
It's time for my second career.
With long, flowing hair.
Long, flowy hair.
And a fan.
And tracksuit
only one
pants. Glittery tracksuit pants.
Yes, a keep
'cause
cup.
she wears them. And a keep cup.
Because it's worth getting it made now.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck will probably be there.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Because he can't get the real thing, so...
Yeah.
he'll show up. Be like, yeah, you'll do.
He's bothering me again.
He probably won't notice the difference, to be honest.
He's probably a backdoor kid. She probably never let him round the front.
I don't think you could find that back door, just quietly.
No, that's very...
No.
It's quite some real estate back there.
Yeah.
The drive's probably very long.
Got a little golf buggy that he uses. That's what actually the hills are in the Regularverse. It's just her butt. Anyway, so we thought it's time to do what we really want to do.
Yeah.
And get real regular.
The most regular.
With the songs that we think are not only the most horrific, but would also have been the songs that were at number one for the longest in the Regularverse.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
For our 5-track EPs.
Getting the lowdown on the down.
So because I have been losing my voice for the last 8 months, I'm going to go first.
Okay.
And so you can react a lot, and then you'll go, and then I won't react much.
Yeah.
You see how that works?
You will, because you won't be able to help yourself.
So we're going to open this wonderful EP with what was meant to open this wonderful career.
Yes.
And that is a little track called Baila.
Oh!
From Music of the Heart.
Oh.
And it looks like...
Which stars Gloria Estefan,
Yes.
I recall.
It looks like
and Meryl Streep.
Is it really Meryl Streep?
Music of the Heart.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, I think it's Meryl and
that's
Gloria
so funny.
Estefan.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
And this wonderful song.
And this horrific mess.
So I went back and found what I originally wrote about it.
Right.
Because I don't remember. I didn't want to listen to it again.
Yeah.
So this is what I said. I like the idea of the song, but it's very flat all over.
All over.
Not just her, but the whole thing. Even the instruments are like, I don't know.
Instruments are bad. The production is woeful. It sounds like a demo that got dubbed off at the shops.
It did, yeah, by us.
Yeah.
And I said it should most definitely should not be this flat. Also feels like a cover, but apparently isn't. It sounds like she's butchering someone else's song. And I was like, oh no, she's butchering her own song.
Yeah.
All right. I said, but naturally this is the song that got stuck in my head.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was so bad.
And the video.
The video is amateur at the best of times.
Beautiful, beautiful work.
It's yeah.
And because it's like technically her debut single. That's what makes it so fun. It's like, she got saved with If You Had My Love.
Yeah.
She really did.
Well, I mean, Bila obviously was meant to be sold into a particular market.
Yes.
Because it's in Spanish,
mostly.
Perhaps not even. It could just be in...
Just a made-up language.
Yeah.
She's saying words.
Talking
noises. Yeah.
It's so relentlessly regular.
Yeah, really.
Like, I was like, when I was choosing songs, I'm like, I can see that I hate this, but I can't remember why. And now I put it on and I was like, oh yeah, I remember why.
It sounds like kids on the street, like smashing trash cans. Yeah. That's kind of the level of production we're dealing with.
It's not that good.
So, no, nothing's that good. So that is my track 1. Yeah. So we've set the scene.
You've set it. You've set the bar so low.
So low.
It's like, I don't know how you can get to a track 2 from here.
Well, we're about to find out. This is probably one that you love.
I maybe. What is it?
It is THE, The Hardest Ever.
Oh my God.
With will.i.am and Mick Jagger, which from memory you proload.
I did. I loved it.
You proload. I think it's just will.i.am, to be honest.
He's kind of hot. I totally would.
I think so. This is what I wrote at the time.
Yeah.
I'd already had enough will.i.am in this episode before he even showed up. Oh God, did he just say feces?
Yeah.
I think he did. I think we can confidently say we've found someone who makes Jen look like a bona fide vocalist by comparison.
Oh yeah, he's singing. Isn't he?
Yeah. For better or worse, Jen is the best part of this song. Take that however you like. Oh my God, now Mick Jagger is screaming at me.
I kind of really got into the You Can Go Hard and You Can Go Home. And it was...
Prolo and Olo, help! That's what I heard.
I love that it was kind of like outer space weirdness, that it was...
It was just weird enough that it excited you.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah. I suppose this is like the Mad Max section of the Regularverse.
Yeah.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. And she was good.
Yeah, that's true.
Which was part of it. Like, it was like, well, if I'm just critiquing her bit, she was great.
And this was at a point in her career where she was better.
Yeah. So, and also, it's bonkers. It's like...
So bonkers.
I don't know what will.i.am is thinking.
No.
But it's kind of fun and stupid. And the refrain from Mick Jagger, he's just turned up and said, you can go hard or you can go home. Yeah. And then he's gone home.
Yeah, he went home.
And they've just looped that.
Yeah, he said, you know how to go home. I'm not going hard, so I'm going home. Thank you for the permission.
It was. I kind of enjoyed
so
that.
Funny.
So it's Although I understand you putting it on there because you absolutely fucking hate it.
And when I looked at because same as you, I was like, okay, the no ways. What was the worst one? And when you write help in capital letters and bold,
oh yeah,
it's like I'm not.
I just did a quick search on no.
All right, track 3 of this horrific EP. What is that? What is that?
I'm excited.
Oh, the single most boring song in the history of the universe. Hold You Down, featuring Fat Joe. You don't even remember it, do you?
Oh my God.
Was
this the sequel to the other one?
Feeling So
boring?
Good. Yeah.
Yes.
But at least I remember how Feeling So Good goes.
Yeah, and it was bad.
But this
was so
was
bad.
a follow-up to Get Right, which was a hit.
Yes.
And they said, let's do this.
Yeah.
And I think this was actually meant to be like a dedication to, was it?
Yeah, because the other one
Big
died.
Pun?
Yeah. Big Pun.
This is what I wrote about it at the time.
Yeah.
Is it Christmas? Oh, those weird digital organ instrument noises aren't great. Is this All I Have Part 2? This is just super boring and not a good song at all. No one showed up for this.
No one.
The weird woes in the background sound like they ran out of people to rip off or sample, so they just sampled J-Lo making noise. This is the first single of hers where I have been like, absolutely not. At least usually her singles were decent.
Yeah.
And it goes forever.
It goes so long.
She does try singing on the bridge. If only she did it on a good song.
I know.
The only thing I want held down is my head in a body of water. I don't remember being as shady. But I clearly did not like this song. I just thought, what a wet piece of nothing.
It was, and also that was meant to be a tribute.
And that made it worse. That made it sadder for Big Pun. I'm like, this poor guy dead.
No.
And you don't even write a decent song?
You know what? If they probably played something else at his funeral.
Yeah, not this.
Not this.
Yeah.
It would have been one.
Well, they played this and everyone else died.
Played one sweet
Yeah.
day.
But it was like a special remix that he rapped on or something. Yeah. This is fun. I'm having a good time with this horrible album. All right. Because as well, like, you know, for everyone, when we went into this, it was like, can Fab come up with a good JLo album? And is
Can you come
Posh,
up with a bad one?
you know, is he too prolo and won't be able to do it? Well,
No.
I'm showing them.
You are showing everyone.
Track 4.
I'm ready.
Our second last.
I've
We're already...
braced myself.
And this album, at
is-
only 5 tracks long, is 18 times longer
Yeah.
than the good album.
Yeah, this is awful.
This is me, now.
Now.
Look, I gave her a props on that record.
This is me now.
And even that part, I remember it.
Yeah.
But everything, like the things about that album that
Is
worked.
this the whole album or just the
No,
song?
just the song, because that album without this song was decent. Middle of the road, sure, but sounded alright. The production was generally alright. Lyrics were, but it was listenable. But this made no sense. They didn't need this song.
Yeah.
Like, you still could have called it "This Is Me Now"
Yes.
and not had this song, because let's see what I wrote. This song is relatively mid. Not hideous, but nothing to write home about. What baffles me is the vocal production.
Yeah.
There's auto-tune in spots where it doesn't make sense, and I don't think she'd necessarily need it because this is fairly within her range.
Yeah.
The structure is off. The hook is okay, but otherwise a bit of a mishmash. Lyrically, I appreciate her digging a little.
Yeah.
So I think for me, more than anything, this was a missed opportunity because I'm like, there's good stuff here.
Yeah.
But they just went, fuck it. Let's ruin it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, because she did seem to care about this album.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sad for her. And I think
Yeah.
if I recall, This Is Me Now, like, you know, This Is Me Now. I can't sing today. So that was the most Jen you've heard me.
Yeah.
That could have been a little intro.
It could
Interlude
have been.
moment.
It could have been. It was Shizen.
So yeah, I just felt like it's not the worst, but it became unlistenable because I was mad at it.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, oh, this could have been good. And you ruined it.
I mean, there's a lot of regularity.
A lot of regularity. Now, let's round this out.
What is the nail in the coffin of this album?
I don't remember, so we're going to find out together.
I'm excited.
I'm unveiling. This is what I think is the absolute pit of hideous, regular... She doesn't say the N-word in it, but she probably might as well have. It's from that album. This is it's a JLo bonus track. So it's from the JLo problematic JLo album.
She had so many terrible bonus tracks.
This was the Charm Bracelet. Remember how Charm Bracelet had too many fucking songs?
Yeah.
And a lot of the bonus tracks were horrific. Debrat screaming at you. This is a song that no one probably remembers. Probably because you erased it from your mind. It's called I'm Waiting.
I'm waiting.
And let's see what I wrote. Am I on acid? The production on this is too much and the cheapest version of too much. The track itself would be perfectly fine middle of the road R&B track, but the production makes it unlistenable. I'm Real percentage was 50% mid-low, but hard to tell with all the noise.
Oh.
I want to see if I can find it.
All the noise. I'm waiting. Oh. I mean, JLo had a lot of filler to begin with.
Yes.
And a lot of problematic, puffy, bloody...
Yeah, especially
filler.
that album was all over about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like some kid got a keyboard at Christmas that had like the demo song.
Yes.
And they accidentally turned it up to insane.
Yes.
And then put it out.
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
And I think from memory, when I gave you the track list for JLo, when we were preparing for the episode, I heard 2 seconds of it. I said no. And I didn't put it on the list. And then you emailed me going, I found this other song. I was like, I guess we'll cover it. And then we had to cover it. But it's just...
I'm sorry to do that.
It's such an insane choice. What?
Yeah.
Why? And I mean, that would be bad for anyone.
Yeah.
But if we're going to do a terrible album, let's end it with a terrible song. And it's so terrible that no one even remembers it.
No one.
So that is my regular album, and I did have a name for it, which of course, if you recall, the good album was called I'm Enough, because I wanted Jen to feel like she's enough.
Yeah.
That she has a decent album in her.
Yeah.
So I wanted there to be a bit of a twin moment.
Yeah.
So if the first record is I'm Enough, this EP is called That's Enough.
That's enough.
That's enough. That's enough. All right, Jen. That's enough. See you later.
That's enough.
The Please Stop
Pay her and
edition.
send her home.
So that is my I Want My Ears to Bleed. Throw them into a volcano.
Yeah.
EP, Jen, regular. Please stop.
Songs.
Yes. Would you like to bless us with your kind of best of, really?
Best of
Because
best of the worst.
this is what you've been excited, like, of all the regularity.
From all the regularity.
Hit us with the most horrific top 5 any of us will ever hear.
All right, my EP.
I want my ears to bleed.
All right, are you ready for your ears to bleed?
I am.
Track 1 is from the film Enough.
Yes.
The
I already know it.
ballad Alive.
Stunning.
Which she wrote with some dancer that she was
Yeah, one of her husbands.
So I've gone into my archives to find
Yeah.
out what I said about it at the time. Oh, is this a touching ballad about a domestic violence movie?
Yeah, oh gosh.
That's got to be up there with Celine Dion's Titanic-themed dance mix about 1,000 people who froze to death after a shipwreck. Sadly, this is from a time when Jen was not good at ballads. And she's not good at this.
No.
There's a big ball-tearing song here that she kind of moans over the top of. Like when she says, just to be here and be alive, and then there's the orchestral bridge. She could have straddled that with a great big belty note and slid into the key change. Mariah or Celine could do it, but she's doing some sub-Estefan breathy bullshit. And then she laughs at the end because domestic violence is apparently hilarious. It's
oh my God.
Awful. Like,
And what was so funny is I remember we listened to this around Marry Me because I put it as a bonus track to a film.
yeah, because all the film bonus tracks were all after Marry Me, and
It's so funny.
And that was
We'd heard some okay songs by that point.
Yeah, some okay songs, some okay singing, and then we had to go all the way back in time to her. Yeah, just wrongly thought out. Like, why would you think a movie about domestic violence should have a ballad or any song that you tried to sing about it? Like, it just seems like a wrong idea.
Yeah.
Like that whole jokey fun press tour they did about that Blake Lively movie where it's like, hey, get the girls together for a night out. It's like,
It was wild.
this is a movie about domestic violence. Like, this is not okay.
And I liked the movie. The movie was, it wasn't the best movie in the world, but it was
Like,
good.
I like Blake Lively, but stop trying to sell
I'm talking about Enough.
Oh, Enough. Like,
Yeah.
but stop trying to sell these movies as, like, fun, romantic.
Popcorn, yay.
It's like, oh, it's a Jennifer Lopez movie. She has a journey. But, yeah.
A Jay Learney.
God. A Jay Learney. So that's my track 1.
Okay, starting strong.
Track 2 is you went for This Is Me Now. I went for the title track of another film, Greatest Love Story Never
Really?
Told. Yeah, which is Dear Ben Part 2. Realistically.
Right, okay.
But, yeah.
Wait, so is it Dear Ben Part 2
No,
or is it
it's
The Greatest Love Story? Okay.
Never Told.
I don't remember you hating this one that much.
Look, I said at the time, oh no. Greatest Love Story Never Told feels like it's hearkening too far back to her earlier career and those really shit songs down the bum end of her earlier albums. It's got Eurovision runner-up vibes. Look, at least she has a crack at the end. It's unearned and really annoying, but she's trying harder than she did on these kinds of album filler pieces, pieces of shit in the past. Again, horrible lyrics. I don't want to think about Ben lying on top of her or slipping inside of her. It's gross.
That's that one?
That's that one.
Yeah.
I think...
That's what did it in.
Yeah, like, Slipping Into Me was just too egregious, and the fact that it was quite clearly about him, and I was like, yeah, no.
I feel like when it's not as bad when you don't know it's about him.
Yeah.
And that's most of the songs about him. You're like, oh, I wouldn't have hated this so much if it was about anyone else.
Yeah. But yeah, but also it's just like I said, like she's like, there've been so many terrible filler songs.
Yeah.
Which, this could be a 47 song EP if we just went like the back half of On the Six, about 80% of J-Lo, all of AKA.
I thought we liked AKA.
No, we liked Love.
We liked Love. I think AKA was maybe 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was not mad for any of it.
Because there was one song from AKA that you really liked.
Oh, was that the disco-y one?
Let's have a look.
But there was, I just remember getting to the end of AKA and going, no, I don't want any of this. I can remember I vaguely liked Love.
Yeah, that was probably the one that had the most pros.
Yeah.
There was just one song in particular that I remember.
Oh, there's probably one. There's always one.
One song. Track listing, come on.
Did AKA also have a
Never
bunch?
Satisfied? So Never Satisfied, you were like, oh, she's singing it. Good for her. But then there was another one called Emotions, and you thought she kept saying Evil Child.
Evil Child.
Somebody took my Evil Child.
Yeah. Again, it was a lot of filler. Like the whole album
the
felt
second
like
half.
filler.
And you liked Trouble and Expertise because you like a pun.
Yeah. But they were not on the album.
No, they were
bonuses. Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe we got to the end and we're like, oh, all the bonus tracks are really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the album is... well, speaking of bonus tracks, track 3, it comes from our world of bonuses.
Okay.
It's the song called Tens, which is the song that wanted to be a drag anthem.
It did.
And ended up being anything but.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, this is awful. This should be called Zeros. Mediocre Red Foo.
Oh, no. And that's pretty mediocre.
I mean, it was cheesy when Madonna tried it with Vogue, but this is just trying so hard to be that song that drag queens do. It's absolutely failed to be that.
Yeah.
I said, it's trying to be something it doesn't understand. Like a footy player doing drag.
Yeah. How do you explain Warwick Kappa?
Yeah. It was a song that wanted to be something. Yeah. It felt like the song version of her Oscar campaign for Hustlers.
Yeah. And from memory, I feel like she was fine on this.
Yeah.
It was the writing of the song itself and then the guy.
And also just trying to be that song.
Yeah.
You just go, no, leave that alone. So now this next one, track 4, is a bona fide hit, but I have put it in my...
Is it Unreal?
It's Unreal Murder Remix. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, the Murder Remix?
Yeah.
So not even the Firecracker version?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know how this is a remix. It's a completely different song.
It is.
That barely even uses a sample of the other one. I mean, this is a Ja Rule song with Jen grinding on him both physically, vocally, and metaphorically.
Yeah.
I actually think she's more suited to these collaborations. At least then, the people who are helping to lift her thin vocals are getting credit.
Yes. Yeah.
I know 2001 was a different time, but I don't think the N-word was appropriate for her to sing at the time. And
I was like, that's right. This was the song, wasn't
21 years later, it seems more off-putting. It's a nice enough, R&B pop song, but Ja Rule is doing all the heavy lifting and a big fat no for racism.
Yes. She couldn't get a song called I'm Real right, could she?
No.
She's like, I'm going to try it again. Oh, no, it's still got it wrong. Can you imagine? It's just like, okay, I know it was a bit controversial with the Mariah stuff, and I'm moving on from that. So I'm going to do another song called I'm Real. I'm going to fix this.
Yeah, by dropping the N-bomb about 6
Should I
times.
say the N-word? I just have this idea.
Yeah.
I think I should say the N-word.
I say it all the time in real life.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I say it in a song? It was problematic for 47,000 reasons. And it just, it felt fine until you're like, oh, no, that's jarring.
Yeah.
And also too much
Ja
jarring.
ruling.
Yeah. And are you ready for the final?
I don't know. Am I ready for the final?
You pretty much are, because it was your opening track. Baila.
Beautiful.
Which my only comments were, oh, this is horrible. Like, what if Waiting for Tonight and Let's Get Loud had a baby and it was missing a head?
Because it was born in Chernobyl.
Yeah. Just the worst song.
Oh my God.
Like, so awful.
And my favourite part is we didn't cross over anywhere else. So if this was a 10-track album, it would begin and end.
With Baila.
With Baila.
Just to remind you of how terrible things could be.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I know you said some of those other tracks were awful, but let's remember how bad things can actually be.
Yeah.
So that is my 5-track
That's
EP.
so funny. What did you say about Baila at the time?
That was it. It's like
this is
waiting for
horrific.
tonight and let's get out. Had a baby who was missing a head.
Yeah.
That's all I could say about it.
Oh my God.
It was horrific.
It was horrific.
It was so bad that it was worse than the racism.
Next time you see someone confronted with racism, be like, look, I know that was bad.
I know that was bad,
But
and I feel sorry for you.
Have you heard this song?
I've got something for you to listen to that will make you feel better. Because you'll be like, well, that racism wasn't that bad. Listen to this.
You'll play I'm Real and be like, I know that sounds bad. But wait.
I know she's dropping the M-bomb and she probably doesn't have the right to do it. But have a listen to this.
Yeah, this is way more horrific.
Way more horrific.
Oh my God.
Baila. And refreshing my memory of it was not helping.
No, it's like, oh God.
Yeah. It was one of those ones, like I had about 3 songs that were going to fit in this spot.
Yeah.
And then I listened to them.
You remember, oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, no, those other 2 can't be anywhere near this bad.
So break the rules. That's what I remember. Oh, Jen. But how nice to, reflect.
Yeah.
And be like, there were some bad moments in there. But nothing got worse than how she started.
Yeah, exactly.
And we ended with a banger being, Can't Get Enough.
Yeah.
Was her most recent single.
Yeah.
We're not mad.
Well, it's fine.
Yeah.
Her career's been fine.
It's regular.
It's regular. It's really regular.
If nothing else, we have learned.
We have learned that she's as regular as we thought.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like we could write our PhD now on the regularity.
Should we?
Of J-Lo.
What uni do you think would let us do that?
No uni wants that.
Low trobe?
We'll be like low trobe university. No one wants this on their record.
I don't know. People listen. People listen to this podcast. Don't know why, but they do.
Yeah. Hi. Thanks for sticking with us through our extended vocal rest. Our hiate.
Oh my God.
We've hiated for some time.
We have.
Yes.
But
hernia hiated.
Well done to us and all of you listening for getting through
all of the songs that J-Lo
all
ever
of the
did.
songs that she's ever done.
Yeah.
We did the videos.
We
We've had some
many
blogs.
Fabnopsies.
Yes.
Some of them went for a very long time.
Some of them are still going. So that does mean that we will come back to the Regularverse.
We will.
At some point.
Yeah.
But I think it's time to go home to Mariah's world.
I think so.
Get the fuck out of our podcast.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of our podcast.
Get the fuck out.
Just walk away.
Walk away.
You tacky regular bitch.
Regular.
Get the fuck right out of my face.
Regular bitch.
Oh, we are almost home, and we have left the Regularverse. Not permanently.
She's stolen my voice.
She has stolen it.
She's Ursula'd me.
Yeah, she's stolen your voice, your looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dancing ability.
Yeah.
Your ability to sit up straight.
Yeah. I'm rolling off a yoga ball at this point.
She's just removed it all. And your will to live.
Yeah.
But yes.
I don't think I ever had that.
No, that was never in question. But yes, we are leaving the Regularverse for quite a while now. We shouldn't be back there until, at least 2034. What am I talking about? Like, I'll be like, I want to watch Geely.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
So next week, we're going back to Mariah's world.
Yeah.
Which is not as great as it sounds because
Oh, I know, devastating, isn't it?
I know. We love Mariah.
Yeah.
We're just not mad about her world, the TV show.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's only 2 episodes to go, so let's
Yes.
see if we can just bang those out
Yeah.
and get over that hump.
Yeah.
And
Because there is some other Mariah content.
there's some great Mariah
That we
content
need
we
to
haven't dug
enjoy.
into
Yeah.
yet, and newish songs.
Is there?
That we need to, experience again for the first time.
Okay, I don't remember what they are.
Well, the one with the podcast and it's got the new version.
Right.
The thing at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
like that.
You know what I'm talking about. I don't.
Someone,
Anyway, we'll see you next Mariah Monday for Mariah's World Part 7.
7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Is it?
No.
No.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll be there.
Yeah. Bye, Emily.
That's the fan singing. That's the fan version.
Come on me.
That might have to be a bonus clip at the end.